how far I go. I picture us finding out what feelings are all about. Anything can happen. Anything can happen with you.
I'm not going to go into specifics, but we did take a step to explore more sexual intimacy, not actual sex, but we did have a physical encounter that was more of a sexual flavor.
I just have a question. Nikki, did you put your mouth on it? On the man that do hoe baths, don't wash his ass. Did you put your mouth on it? What kind of flavor? Was it strawberry, banana, honey, lemon maybe? Had to be lemon because it was sour. Girl! Nikki! Did you just do what I thought you did with Sean? But you know what? I have to give it to Nikki. Nikki, either she's a good actress and she's faking this really, really good, or she's trying. I don't know which one it is yet. Either she's acting and she's a great actress and we need to give her an Oscar, or she's really trying. Because there is no way, Nikki, you put your mouth on it and talk about sexual flavor. The only flavor I like is no funk. Hashtag cousins, no funk. Funk, F-U-N-K. Nikki! I'm lost for words. Let me see what mark, 17. I am lost for words, Nikki. Did you let him put his mouth on it? Because, we don't know if Sean be brushing his teeth with a dirty, funky mouth. Mouth has a lot of germs. He might have put a lot of germs on your kitty cat. I have a lot of questions, Nikki. But y'all, if this happened the night you guys went out to that little place where you had wine and chocolate, okay, because, maybe alcohol cleansed the mouth. But was you drunk, girl? Was you drunk? I just have so many questions. I really do have a lot of questions. This is Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episode 15. Episode 15, right? I'm going to be doing this episode in 2 parts because I want to separate Nikki and Sean from Mecca and Beljolie, because we need to have a conversation about what Mecca, the whole Mecca Beljolie situation. The only thing I will say is all season I've been saying I need her to wake up. I need Beljolie to wake up, and maybe this is the thing that's going to wake her up, okay? If you're new here, my name is Janice, cousin, auntie, sister Janice, or just Janice, or please be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out for me. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you so much for your love and support. Please check that video I did this morning about Jamal Bryant, the fake pastor, complaining about the black women not giving in the church no more, okay? And I want to know what's about this. I'm so confused about Nikki. Girl, I'm like, what? And of course, I was pausing it because of the music, because Peacock is a beast when it comes to these. Okay, let's hear it.
Sex, but we did have a physical encounter that was more of a sexual flavor. Yes, we did.
Let me just pause the music.
We went way beyond what we planned on doing, and
Ooh!
lasted for way longer than I.
We went way beyond. What that mean?
Sex, but we did have a physical encounter that was more of a sexual flavor. Yes.
I'm just trying to understand what they mean. Okay. I'm trying to understand what that mean, Nikki. If Sean walking around slanging that thing, did you put your mouth on it? I just want to know. Like, did you put your mouth on it?
So we did.
We went way beyond what we planned on doing, and lasted for way longer than I thought. So it was.
I'm just trying to. You think he ate the cookie? But if he ate the cookie, does that mean Nikki drank the milk? Ew.
It was a good advancement in the right direction.
Anything can happen.
And he came out and got him something to drink. He was thirsty.
Anything can happen.
Wow. Well, let me get to the notes. I just wanted to show y'all that. But honey, scandalous. Okay? Scandalous. So the episode began with Sean and Nikki. They're dancing. I loved that. Meg and Bella was talking about what happened last night at the therapist session. Devin and Caitlin talks to his grandmother, which was cute. Cam and Michelle goes to meet and Uncle. She shares how she ran away from home and didn't see her parents for months because her mom wanted her to marry this 24-year-old Vietnamese. She's Vietnamese. And her mom wanted her to marry a 24-year-old Vietnamese man, and she ran away from home. I would have ran away from home too, girl. The uncle asks Cameron what he likes about her, and what is her superpower. Michelle asks, how do you keep the marriage going after years and years? And she said he chased her around the house. And she said sometimes she has to, oh my God, stop, it's too much. They didn't say if they had children, so I'm not sure if they had children. And then Cameron said in his voiceover that he's scared. I'm scared of commitment or whatever. And I'm like, no, let's not whatever. And this is what I don't like about Michelle and Cameron, because it looks as if they're the only couple that can make it. I feel as if the producers and the experts are not allowing Cameron to explore his feelings and his fear of commitment. He has a fear of commitment. I want us to explore that. Also, Michelle does not want him to explore, because if he explore it, he might decide that he doesn't want to make this commitment. And I just think it's not fair for the rest of the couples. We already saw Tori and Felipe go all the way deep down in the gutters to explore their feelings. But when it comes to Michelle and Cameron, Cameron is not allowed to explore his feelings, and Michelle won't shut up. She just will not shut her mouth so that Cameron can explore his feelings of, do I want to be married? Do I want to be with you? And I just do not like it. Okay. Tori and Felipe meets with Paul, and I just don't understand why Felipe cannot sit up straight. And I'm going to show you guys a section. Also shout out to the cousin that sent me the video of a certified therapist making a comment on Paul. I'm going to do the video maybe later today, and I am like, high five to her, because I have been saying this all season, and y'all been mad at me when I call Paul out. Y'all been mad at me. And she said almost the same thing I said about Paul, who is not a certified therapist. Okay. She said almost what I said, because it's crazy to me how Paul is criticizing Adam for wearing his clothes, but the next week Paul had on the same outfit that Adam had on. Adam wore Kimura one week, and the next week Paul had it on. And I told y'all Paul had a boner for Adam. Okay, let's see Tori, Philip, because I just don't know. You know what I realized? Maybe he has a health issue. I don't want to keep talking about it if it's a health issue. He just can't, he cannot sit up straight. So let me go to this little section here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here he goes. He goes to sit down and he automatically leans forward.
How's everything?
How are you?
Good to see you.
You
I'm
too.
good.
In the group session, Felipe is saying that
I don't want to play that part. He automatically leans forward, and I don't know if it's a health. I don't know if it's a health issue.
in the group
Okay, I
session,
just can't cut
Felipe
that
is
part.
saying that he is indecisive on if
You
he
see
wants
it?
to be in a
Look.
marriage.
You see how he automatically sits forward? I don't know if it's a health issue. Maybe it is, When I saw this yesterday, by the way, yesterday I said I was going to come back. Girl, I went to sleep and that was it. I stayed in the bed all day and put away laundry and did study with Michael. I just didn't feel like coming back down. But I was thinking yesterday that maybe he has a health issue. Maybe it's a health issue thing. Because you sit, you don't lean forward like you're a 3-month-old baby learning to sit. I don't know.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt in this, but
Don't.
what the fuck is going on?
Look at him.
I do not have time for these little boy games.
I'm glad that she's also speaking up and realizing that Felipe is a little boy. She's totally right about that. I just want to show you all another clip.
went into this to marry a man who
Right, a man who knows what they want and is ready to get married.
knows what he wants.
This is the first session that we've had.
Yeah.
I know.
Look at him. Look at how he's sitting and look at how she's sitting. Like, what is it, y'all? Do you think he has maybe it's a health issue? Maybe he can't. Can you imagine when he's older? He's 28. Right, Philippe, if I remember correctly. 28. So being 28 and you can't sit back, or you sit and you automatically leans forward. Maybe it's a health challenge. I don't know.
Oh.
Which is wild.
Look
I'd
at
love
him.
for us-
Look at how he's sitting. Do y'all think something's wrong? Do you think it's a health issue? I don't know. Any experts, any physicians or health people in the comments? Let me know. Okay. So they meet with Paul, and he did bring up that the emotional manipulation. Does she really feel that he's intentionally doing that? Because that's something that they don't play with. And if he was emotionally manipulating her, then they would be done for the process. And I'm like, he's a lie. He's been emotionally playing with her emotions since this whole season. He asked Felipe, is he intentionally emotionally and I'm like, as if he's gonna say yes. Do you think he's gonna say yes? I am emotionally manipulating Tori. Paul, we're all sitting here, we can all see that that's what he's doing. And Tori is seeing the big picture, but she will not walk away. Okay. Tori said Felipe is saying I want to, but not I will. That scripture that says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. It's like you want to do what's right, but your flesh is so loud that it's like the flesh and the spirit is fighting against each other. I just believe Felipe is not ready to be married, to settle down and be a husband. I don't believe Felipe is here for the right reasons. Okay. Paul says something that I just don't like. He's like, don't think about 5 years from now. Think about today. How do you feel today? That is why a lot of women get in trouble. Instead of paying attention to everything that is in front of you and what your future can be with this man with these challenges, you want to think about how I feel right now. Of course, you feel good and your emotions are there. But if you think about it, this is why money is the number one reason. I don't understand, if it's the number one reason for divorce, why y'all don't make sure the money is right before you get married. Because if you marry a man who is not financially stable, it will affect you throughout the marriage. So if he's not financially stable now, why should you trust and hope in the feelings you have now versus pay attention to my future is going to be a future of financial struggle and stress. And why do you want that for you and your children? I didn't like that. I really did not like that. That's why the husband profile is so important, because the husband profile will teach you to think ahead. Begins in September, by the way, if you want to take this course. It teaches you how to think ahead. So one of the questions I asked my husband when we were dating is, if you lose your job, what's going to happen? Because cousins Janice don't pay mortgage, PSC&G bill, and light bill, and put food on the table. That is not my job in my marriage. And his answer was, I will most likely get a package, but I'll come home, get some suits, be on the first thing smoking to DC, because I can get a job there in a couple of days. But he said, I have savings. I said, okay, take me down to the bank and show me the savings. Do you see that? You're thinking ahead and you're looking ahead. You cannot just go based on emotions, because emotions has gotten women in trouble year after year after year after year after year. We're still hearing these horror stories. And I'm like, girl, how many more people need to experience this for you not to make a mess of your life? Like, we don't need any woman going through anything else because somebody, our auntie, grandmama, friend, somebody on social media has already gone through it, girl, so you don't have to go through it. So it absolutely irritates the heck out of me when he gonna tell him, oh, it's just about how do you feel in the moment. In the moment, he feel like he wants to be married because he's around the experts and the other couple. But when he's alone, glory be to God, when you are alone, do you still want to be married? I am so annoyed with Paul, though he do say some good things. Then he gonna say, oh, the first dinner you guys were in such bliss. Yes, because it was new. But as time goes by and he's realizing and thinking about it, he's starting to shift. And that is where Paul was like, I need you to get back there. And see, marriage is not all bliss. It would be nice, but it's not all bliss. And you can't live in bliss forever. Because when Felipe doesn't get up and do what he's supposed to do, sleep till 10, don't talk about, I don't want to be married, or I miss having sex with all these women. You're going to face challenges, but can you face those challenges together? And are those challenges enough to destroy the foundation of your marriage? Because if the foundation is not right, trust and believe that marriage will not work out. See, if you build your foundation, like Jesus said, build your house up on a rock, not upon sand, it will last. When the storms and the trials and the tribulations come, because stuff will come, life does happen, and the storms come, your house will not fall. Your marriage is not going to fall because it is built upon a rock. And the reason why a lot of people are getting divorced is because their marriage was built on sand. and not upon a rock. And this is why, ladies, you do not force a man to be ready to marry you. Philippe is a perfect example. This is why you do not sit around 5, 6, 10 years waiting for him to be ready to marry you. He does not want to be married to you, committed to you, providing for you, and protecting you. And you being a dum-dum, sitting around wasting your life and your time and your youth and your eggs and your juicy coochie, #juicy, waiting for your boyfriend to be ready to marry you. Boo-boo, he does not want to marry you. Because if he did, all he had to do was ask you and go on down to the courthouse or down to the church and get married. A man must be ready to marry you in and of himself, because it is a huge responsibility to carry a wife and children, to carry them, to be the head of them, to protect them, to provide for them. It is a huge responsibility, which is why we don't force men to be ready to marry us. We go over to Marissa and Adam, and it says something hotel. So are they staying at a hotel? They're kissing, and I absolutely love them here. I love him holding her, and I just really love them. It's just you know what I thought about? Who would have thought Adam and Marissa would have made it this far? Y'all, it's 2 weeks to decision day. They're still together. 2 weeks. I am like shocked that they made it this long. By the way, see the video I did yesterday of Adam's ex-girlfriend exposing him that he's a broke dusty. Okay, he's a broke bum. So they're eating at the hotel. I guess this is where they live. I don't know. And Adam with that T-bone steak. I mentioned this yesterday. First of all, I don't understand how people eat their beef medium rare with all that red and blood in it. Now, Adam, I could never. If I went out with a guy who ate with his hands or ate a steak like that, that would have been the last time we went out, because y'all know how I am. Table manners is vital to me, because I'm going to be going to the White House to visit Michelle and Barack, and I don't need you embarrassing me because you don't know how to use a knife and fork. I went out with this guy once. I was like 19. It was a group date. And I've been new. I didn't like Caribbean men. I didn't like Jamaican men since I was 12. So at 19, girl, the signs were all there. And we went out, and he asked the server, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I have some tissue?" Can I have some tissue? The lady said, "Tissue?" He said, "Yes, to wipe me mouth." "Oh, do you mean a napkin?" "Yeah, tissue napkin are the same thing." Oh my God. I never went out with him again. Plus, I knew then I didn't like Jamaicans. Okay. Man. I can do it. He asked Marissa, "What is ick about me?" And she said, "You eating with your hands." Yeah, I would be icked out too. I don't care if he used he tried to use a knife and fork and use the knife in the left hand. You know, people use the knife with the left hand and cut with the unless you're left-handed. Because my daughter's left-handed, and I think she cuts with her right. I gotta pay attention the next time. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Marissa. And I said this with the whole other steak thing. He liked steak when he was eating that steak, and I couldn't have done it. I couldn't do it. She also brought up his intensity, how he's extremely intense for everything with the activity. She said he said, I don't like you less that you're not active. Well, okay, fine. You said like, not love. In his voiceover, he said he wants it to work out with her and he wants her to be her forever person. So, Adam, if you want Marissa to be your forever person, and she brings this up, is like, is there a balance? Can we meet in the middle? Personally, I just think they need to walk away, because that's like wanting a man to read book, and he might read one book in 10 years. It's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. So you might as well go your separate ways. But I loved them when they were on that little boat ride last episode. I absolutely love them. Him holding her and twirling her around, kissing on her. I absolutely love it. But at the end of the day, talking about foundation, it's not going to work out. And they just need to go their separate ways. Okay? My throat's feeling a little itchy, y'all. And you know what? The thing is, that happens a lot, right? It happens a lot with, you meet somebody, you're wonderful, she's wonderful, everything's great. You want them to be your forever person, but there's just something there is going to come back to bite you in your ass. And that's when you have to walk away. That happened to me with Mr. Kryptonite. I really wanted us to work, but I knew there was just something there that was telling me, And look, 3 years later, I met my wonderful husband, Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful. So this is what I keep telling y'all. Oh my God. Do not compromise. Do not compromise. Don't settle, because the right man is there, y'all. The right man is there. If I had married Mr. Kryptonite, I would have missed out on Mr. Wonderful. Isn't that something? If I had married Mr. Kryptonite, I would have missed out on Mr. Wonderful. So it just makes sense not to settle, because Adam is going to wake up one morning and say, I need you to play pickleball 5 days a week. And that's just not going to work out, okay? So I think they need to just go. She asks Adam, Adam asks her, what do you need to say yes on decision day? She said, I want you to meet me in the middle. Your intensity gives me pause. Yes, Marissa. Thank you. So what you going to do about his intensity, girl? Walk away. Walk away. Maybe later y'all could come back together, because I really do love you guys together. But it's going to come back to bite you in your ass, girl. It's going to come back. It always does. So then we go over to Sean and Nikki, and they're on a date at the chocolate wine and chocolate place that was so cute. When I was single, I would go to lots of wine tasting in hope I would meet a fine gentleman, okay? And then they played a game with the wine, and they said, you know, when you taste the wine, what does this remind you of? And she said, reminded her of candy, penny candy. She said, I'm telling my age. Yes, girl, we the same age. Yes, honey, the penny candy. Yes, on South Orange Avenue. Girl, yes. I think the penny candy might still be there. I need to go by and drive by. Sean brought up how she had stole some candy and her mother had him, his mother had him, her mother. His mother had him to go back to the store and apologize and return the candy and promise that he wouldn't do that again. And they kept playing the wine game, and I love them together here. Like, they look like a happy couple. And while Sean was sitting, I did see a bulge. See, ladies, this is what my dad said. When he's sitting like that, see if you see anything. I did see something down there showing. But then you had to come out slanging like, I need y'all to see that I got something. You know the camera's on and you coming out here slanging so the Married at First Sight fans can know you got a little something. Okay, cousin, that's going to be it for today. I need to get on. But I wanted to do this part different. And then I'm going to come back and do the other part with Mecca and Belle Jolie. And I got something to say about that, okay? I absolutely love you. Please be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this up, hype the video up. Please interact with the video. Leave a comment, share it out on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Even on your Facebook page, if you just press share, the video can go out. And again, I want to remind you the Husband Profile begins in September. If you want to take it, my #1 best-selling book is also available on Amazon. That is how you'll show me love and support. I hear, oh my God, Cousin James, I just love you. I love you. Love you. Okay. Pick up my books. Go back on Amazon. Leave a glowing 5-star review. Sign up for my courses when I give them. And, of course, leave comments for me. I love you guys. I'll talk to you. Let me know what you think, girl, about Sean and Nikki. Did she put her mouth on it? Did you put your mouth on it? Mouth on it. Did you put your mouth on it? Mouth on it. Did you put your... I gotta go. Love you. Bye.